Today, we'll be designing a brand identity for a brand called Aurelia Bay. In this video, I'll be taking you through the process of my visual identity design. The brand name is Aurelia Bay and it is a luxury resort and a healing sanctuary. It is a place that truly blends nature, luxury and inner transformation. It is for ultra-rich escapists and wellness seekers who want to reconnect with themselves but are stuck with branded luxury and modernization. So before we start, I just want to let you know, this brief was part of the Brand OS workshop hosted by Vansh Agrawal. So coming back to the video, we will start by creating a brand strategy for Aurelia. A brand is not just a logo, it is more than that. A brand is a person's gut feeling about the product, service or a company. To build a strong identity, you need a strong foundation. On that, a brand can be built on. You need to define the purpose of the brand. What is their mission? What is their vision? And what are their core values on which they stand for? This is where I was introduced to the concept of a brand blueprint, a document that answers all the questions which a brand needs to be built on. After filling out some basic details for Aurelia Bay, like what the brand does and who are their target audience, since it was a conceptual brand, I took a help of AI. And as a designer, we need to embrace AI and take help in the process. I used Claude to generate my brand blueprint. After generating my brand blueprint, I got a solid foundation on which I can build on. The vision of the brand is to create a transformative experience where guests can unwind and rejuvenate themselves. The mission of the brand is to provide an elite retreat where luxury and nature come together. The core values of the brand is luxury with purpose, holistic wellness, and connection to nature. These are not just random words for the identity. These words will help us to shape the identity that feels more aligned with the brand. This is the step that separates a brand identity from a brand decoration. After the strategy is logged in, now it's finally time for creating visual direction for the brand. Mostly, I use sites like Behance, Pinterest, and Cosmos to find inspiration. I will link them down in the comment. This is a process I use to transform my abstract ideas into concrete visuals.
What got lost can't be found. You stole every bit of me, now I can't remember. Ooh, who I am, what I like, what I do, what I'm like when without you. Ooh.
Mood boards help us to visualize the brands even before we have invested time creating it. It helps us to align the look and feel of the brand.
Go, 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 you don't think about me no more. Why can't I just let it go? Let it go, go, go.
For Aurelia Bay, I have created two visual directions. The idea behind first mood board was to keep the overall direction of the brand clean and minimal by using negative space in the whole identity. The second direction was bold and editorial. The overall idea for the direction was to keep the brand more bold and editorial using bold typography and a bold brand icon like palm trees, mountain or waves. Moodboard 2 felt little generic for me since I don't want to use palm trees and sans serif typeface. I decided to lock the direction first. After having a clear direction, it is finally time to move to the next step, that is sketching. This is the part where every designer sits down and forget everything they know and start sketching ideas from their mind and put it down on the paper. You just need to let your ideas come down to the paper, no matter how bad are they. The idea here is not to draw the final logo, it is to let your ideas flow on the paper. Sketch ideas and let your creativity flow.
But trust ain't easy anymore. No, don't waste my time no more. I'm all in or out the door. Make it right off from the start. I need it real, I need it loud. No halfway love, no talk it out. Look me in the eyes, yeah, hold me so tight. Never let go and find a truth under
After sketching out some ideas, the palm trees, ocean waves, and shapes of mountains felt very generic, and I believed the brief deserved more than that. I returned to the idea of combining the brand initial letter A as an icon, the idea that lives in the space where two things come together and shows as a form of connection. The idea felt strong, and since it aligns with the brand, I decided to move with that idea. Now it was finally time for the logo to give a real identity.
We've been going overtime, I'm hoping I'ma leave all the doors wide open, oh yeah. But you wanna turn and walk away, go talk to me. That's all I wanna know. Don't you call me Casanova, I'll give you the promise of just trying to get to know ya. I can give you the word, I can give you the word. It's in the air, aroma, 'cause I don't wanna have to watch you go. Don't you call me Casanova, just want you to love me.
I have created multiple lockups for the logo that can be scaled across every platform and can be used everywhere. This is where I see young designers make mistakes. They create only one version of the logo and try to use it almost everywhere. The logo doesn't just live in one place. It will be used across all the platforms, whether it is digital or physically printed on a business card. The logo needs to work seamlessly at every platform, whether it's a favicon or a signage. The logo should not lose its integrity. For the typography, I have used a serif typeface that have a personality to it and paired up with a clean sans serif typeface that will be used for the future communication for the brand. I have created multiple brand assets for Aurelia Bay. This is how the brand turned out to be.
No other way, that's how it's supposed to be. We've been going overtime, I'm hoping I'ma leave all the doors wide open, oh yeah. But you wanna turn and walk away, go talk.
Full project is uploaded on Behance. I will leave the link in the comment. Make sure to check it out.
I'll give you the promise of